Good morning. Thanks for your company. Well, the rocky recovery continues. Yesterday, we saw the Aussie share market end flat, failing to follow Wall Street's record rally. But now it looks like it's a bit of the boy who cried wolf. Traders and investors might be wishing that they followed those gains yesterday, as overnight US equities headed south, and it looks like Aussie shares are set to follow. It comes as the Atlanta Federal Reserve said the US economy recovery will be bumpier as coronavirus cases continue to rise. Now, there's currently 2.93 million cases in the US. Adding to that skittish tone, 20 US states reported a hospitalisation growth rate of at least 5% on the weekend. On the positive side of things, though, Wall Street rallied earlier in the session after the US government awarded drug maker Novavax a $1.6 billion contract to develop a COVID-19 vaccine. Now, this is the biggest handout under the White House's Warp Speed program to get a coronavirus vaccine in the community. Now, the news sent Novavax's shares almost 40% higher. However, selling across most of the sectors except staples saw the US benchmark S&P 500 fall for the first time in 6 days, down 1.1%. The Nasdaq also taking a breather from its record all-time high, falling 0.9%, with Expedia down almost 3% and American Airlines falling 7% in the Nasdaq. On the blue chip Dow Jones side of things, that fell the most out of the major indices, losing 1.5%, and in the Dow Jones component, Boeing lost the most, almost 5%. On the commodities side, great news. The oil price has maintained its $40 price. It did see a bit of profit taking though, losing about 0.3%, with traders cautious that demand won't be there with the second wave of lockdowns kicking in. Now, that explains why the gold price is now above its milestone $1,800 level after it rose 0.8%. Now, where there's gold in the ground, there's usually copper, and that explains why the copper price lifted 0.4%. The iron ore price also heading further north as well, up almost 3% to $101.54. Now, what to watch today? As we mentioned earlier, the Aussie share market looks like it'll take a bit of a breather, losing 0.6% at the open. If you go by the futures, keep in mind though, on the commodity front, things could be positive following the commodity boost. Now, out of the iron ore majors, Fortescue Metals, FMG and BHP are reiterated as UBS buys. Citi also likes BHP. Goldman Sachs backs BHP as well, but sees the most upside in Rio Tinto. Now, for three trading ideas, well, overnight UBS reiterated its buy rating of Imdex IMD with a target of $1.30 after the cloud drilling and extraction company snapped up a company called OzPec for $8.5 million. Now, the purchase of this AI mineralogy company will expand IMD's rock knowledge and also provide immediate cash flows to IMD and also extra reoccurring revenue. That's what we all like. Secondly, Afterpay APT was given another big upgrade by Bell Potter, beefing up its buy rating and price target to $81.25. Now, it comes as Afterpay announced it's significantly de-risking the business, raising $800 million in capital. APT also more than doubled its gross merchant value to $11.1 billion, and customer numbers are almost at around 10 million, with further runway ahead. Bell Potter upgraded their revenue estimates for Afterpay by 3.8, 5.6 and 6.3%, and that's for this, next and the following financial years respectively. Now, Bell Potter's price target is $81.50 per share. UBS overnight maintained its sell rating though in Afterpay with just a $27 target. Now, thirdly, UBS maintained its hold rating of Magellan MFG with a 62.63 target after the fund manager's shares have already gained 11% this year. UBS also noted that Magellan is generating performance fees well above expectations, $15 million above expectations in fact. However, UBS notes that Magellan's costs are at the top end of their guidance levels, but should pare back and reduce given restrictions are in full force with COVID lockdowns, and Magellan won't be able to put on their elaborate events like they have in the past. I am Jess Amir with Bell Direct. Happy trading. Stay safe.